Well, good evening, everyone. It is a small, lovely group, and I really appreciate you all coming this evening on behalf of the Commission and our staff. It is the evening of the State of the City. What did Bill Clinton say? The State of the City is good. Mike wanted me to say that, and I practiced it. As good as it gets. This is most of you are very used to my being informal, and I enjoy being informal as you all will know, as do my colleagues. But tonight's a special evening, and it is the State of the City, so we have prepared some very special remarks for you, and again, we really appreciate your taking time out on this beautiful evening to join us. I would say good evening to Vice Mayor Dressler, and most disappointed that he isn't here this evening, but he is working. He's down in Miami, and we asked him please not to get into traffic and drive like a bat out of hell to join us. So, he might show up, he might not, but he is with us in spirit. So, we say good evening to Harry, Commissioners Bushnell, Glasser, Atkins Bragg, City Attorney Horowitz, of course our dear City Manager, Mr. Cernich, our residents, our staff, and our viewers joining us in chambers or via the internet. Special hello to Mr. Talabisco, our very dear Mrs. Dressler. Without you, I mean really. Former Commissioner Gomez, where are you? You're back there. And a very special shout out, I hope she's listening, to Assistant City Manager Diane Phillips. Our focus and commitment as a commission is the business of serving the needs of our constituents, now and into the future. Having served on this commission since 2003, it's 10 years next week, I assure you, our commission assures you, that that commitment remains strong. Because what drives us is the business of our city, ensuring that we provide the highest levels of service and finest quality of life that our funding will allow. And as we strive to meet those goals, we are grateful for the continued involvement of you, our citizens. You're intelligent, you're concerned, you're vocal, and most importantly, you have an active interest in bettering our community, and for that, we thank you. Tonight, I'm going to share some of the many significant achievements designed to move our city forward and plan for an even brighter tomorrow. Recognizing that this is our 50th anniversary, we've come a very long way in the first 50 years. And the steps we are taking will provide a firm foundation for Tamarac's continued health and sustainability. It all starts with a stable financial environment. I'm very proud to say that Fitch Ratings, a global financial ratings agency, has affirmed our general obligations bond at AA. According to Fitch, this rating reflects the city's strong financial management, robust reserves, and manageable carrying costs. They go on to say that these positive results have been achieved through a combination of revenue enhancements and expenditure reductions. Achieving that was not without some pain, as you all know, but the hard work left us in a good place, in a very good place. And while AA is an excellent bond rating, we're shooting for even better. Our finance department is aiming for a AA+ within the next few years. That's extremely important because it helps us reduce the cost of borrowing should it be necessary for future large-scale projects. And I would venture to say we have some terrific large-scale projects in the future. Continuing the focus on finance, the city was able to successfully conclude pension negotiations with the International Association of Firefighters. A long, arduous process with concessions on both sides, the way a good negotiation should be, that will save the city $660,000 annually over the course of the 3-year contract. That's $660,000 over the next 3 years each year. And it will still maintain a stable pension plan for very, very beloved and important first responders. I'm looking right at Percy. In response to residents' requests for increased police visibility, your commission approved a budget that has put 5 additional BSO officers on the street. In spring of next year, we look forward to cutting the ribbon at Tamarac's newest recreational facility in the Mainlands, which is turning vacant scrubland into a beautiful 28-acre passive park. And in response to our changing demographics, we continue to develop an integrated bike path system around our city, another of the many things that help make Tamarac a city for your life. Our enhanced neighborhood stabilization program is making home ownership a reality for deserving families while shoring up our communities. And our neighborhood improvement program, or NIPIT, is helping improve community appearance as well as providing financial assistance to qualified residents. Okay. All of those accomplishments improve livability over the short term. But to remain a vibrant community well into the future, we need to have processes and infrastructure firmly in place. And we do. The city is concluding its study on commercial redevelopment in several key areas. Soon, we'll be hearing the results of a corridor study. It will help develop the vision for how our major roadways should look and function in the future. We took advantage of the opportunities in the real estate market over the past couple of years to aggregate properties for the future downtown corridor with the working title of Tamarac Village. This will be a town center for people to congregate, live, work, and play, as we like to say, as well as provide an economic engine to help fund city services and minimize the burden for our residents. We anticipate a very positive update on this project within the next few weeks. I've chosen to save the best for last. Over the past 2 weeks, 2 things with tremendous long-term effects for the positive growth of our city have taken place. The first is a major economic development win for Tamarac, codenamed Project Monados, that will bring 100 new jobs and a $50 million, Jennifer smiling, capital investment into the city. While confidentiality requires that we do not reveal the company's name, we can say that it's a Venezuelan pharmaceutical firm that has been looking to relocate for the past 6 months. Tamarac was in competition with 6 cities in and out of the state of Florida. I'm so very, very proud to say that after meeting with staff from our city and hearing about our commitment to work together, the company made the decision to make their new home here the very next day. They are purchasing a building in the Tamarac Commerce Park and, let me repeat, because this is so significant, will be bringing 100 jobs, high-skilled, high-wage jobs. And that will have a tremendous ripple effect on supporting businesses and real estate in our community. It's a huge win, and I'm confident that this is just the start. Planning for the future involves putting the right people and the right processes in place. Tamarac has done just that. Without stealing our city manager's thunder, a major event occurred at the end of February, something we can all be extremely proud of. Our city stood for a week-long organizational review by examiners from the Florida Governor's Sterling Council. The examiners provide feedback at all levels on all ways to improve the organization's approach to doing business. They asked lots of questions, pored over boxes and boxes of documents, and met with 78% of our city staff. We won't know the results until the end of April, but at their quote-unquote outbrief, the lead examiner referred to Tamarac as a city that, quote-unquote, as a city that really has world-class potential. To that I say, really? 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 You had to come here to figure that out? We could have told you that. But nonetheless, they spent a week with us and came to that conclusion. To our city staff, the Commission congratulates you all and thanks you for your sincere hard work. I know it's been years in the making. For your professionalism and for your commitment to service. Without you, the journey to the Sterling Award would not happen. So we appreciate it, and we look forward to hearing the results in the very near future. On a personal note, I would like to take a moment of personal privilege, and that using the words commitment, using the words sterling, although I would prefer to use platinum, brings me to the first man. My husband and, of course, my best friend and best friend to the city of Tamarac, and that would be Jack. Whoever knew 10 years ago it was going to be this kind of journey, but here we are. And I can only say thank you. Thank you for being by my side. We've been in some extremely interesting places over the past 2 years. And no matter what and no matter where, you always hold my hand, you hold my head, and we get through it. So I thank you. The city thanks you because you are the best first man we've ever had. You're also the only first man we've ever had. You know, during the city's 50th anniversary year, we have many things to celebrate. And we are celebrating with events throughout the year. I'm sure you've all been reading about them and hearing about them. And please come out and celebrate with us. In fact, next week, this is a public service announcement, next Saturday, March 23rd, at our sports complex, none other than the original Blood, Sweat, and Tears. The event starts at 4 and it goes till 9, and it's going to be fabulous. It's free to all, young and old. Come out and join us because we will be there. And I suggest you practice the songs. Harry and I are working on a little duet. Seriously, 50 years is the better part of a lifetime. Over that period, Tamarac has grown and certainly matured. We've started off as a haven for snowbirds and retirees. We've become that and so much more. We're now a diverse city of 60,000 plus residents whose median age is in the mid-40s, as well as home to almost 2,000 businesses. It's quite an accomplishment. The first 50 years for Tamarac has not been without its challenges. We'll undoubtedly face a lot more in the future, but what's most important is that we've proven we have the strength to overcome adversity in whatever form it appears and move forward. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, the best way to predict your future is to create it. As a city, we stand tall and proud. As your mayor, very proud mayor, be assured that your commission and I will continue to create a truly bright future for the city of Tamarac, the city we love so well. God bless America, God bless Tamarac, God bless everybody here tonight. Thank you.